Hello, welcome to this week's video. Now, this week we're on chapter 12. We're talking about system security and maintenance. This is a very important topic. This chapter kind of addresses it a little differently than you might have expected to be addressed. There's a lot going on with cybersecurity or system security, and I'm just going to follow along with the publisher's PowerPoint. And just for the first few slides, the rest of it, I'm going to expect you to read the chapter. It's not a big chapter, but I'm going to talk about a few things in a more practical sense or user sense from the people that are working at the restaurant or the hotel or people with their little fingers on the keyboards. All right. So, having said that, I'm just going to talk about a few of these things. And again, like I said, this is system security and maintenance, and the first slide here is the general threats, the three categories of three general threats of information to our systems, or to information systems. And they are environmental, electrical, and operational. By just reading these, some of these might not be what you expect them to be. So bear with me, okay? Let's see. Oops, wrong. Okay, so do I have that right? Okay. Environmental threats. These are the things, the act of God kind of stuff, right? Fire, flood, earthquake, power failure, loss of external network connections. These are the things that, for the most part, like the fire, flood, and earthquake, you're having a bad day anyway, right? The systems, your systems are having a bad day, but the whole company, everybody who works there is not having a great day. Okay. So, when we often think about these kind of things, we think about the human side. It's like getting our people out. And absolutely, our people are our most valuable assets. So we want to protect our people, and especially our customers. Well, I guess no one's life is more important than anybody else's, but we want to take care of our customers. We want to take care of our employees. We want to take care then we can take care of our other non-human assets like our systems and our building and other things like that. So the best way to prevent against these kind of things is just to have a disaster recovery plan and prevention. Okay, for fire, having a good fire evacuation plan, good fire prevention, safe practices when it comes to things that could cause fires. A lot of businesses will have some kind of hands-on portion of it, like in a restaurant, you have the kitchen, which is a fire waiting to happen. In a warehouse, you have welders or whatever. So when we're handling things that can be a hazard, we want to set those procedures that's done correctly, and then we have train our people to how to handle the situation when it happens. Floods, the same way. Big thing with the disaster recovery plan and floods very seldom, although there's not never. Very seldom do floods just happen like that, right? Okay, you have the flash floods, but as far as like in our building, it's not like water comes in 10 seconds that we didn't have a warning that it wasn't raining and now it's flooding. I guess it can happen, levees break, stuff like that. But for the most part, we want to have a good plan. In that plan, you want to see what we're going to do with our equipment. Oftentimes, you'll have the time to evacuate your people, and when you evacuate your people, you're evacuating your computers, right? Have a place on high grounds that you can store. I know a lot of businesses have agreements with each other. Like I know a lot of hotels will agree with each other to, during this situation, I'm going to bring my stuff to your hotel. During that situation, you bring it to mine, whether you're in the same franchise or not. But those are the things you want to look at. Power failures, having your uninterruptible power sources, your backup generators and stuff like that, surge protectors on a big scale, all that kind of stuff, right? And then the loss of networks. What are you going to do if the network goes down? Things of that nature. All right. So that was environmental threats and the precautions for that. And again, the their only list for precautions here is the plan, but training, I think, is very important. Okay, so electrical threats. When I first read how they had this organized, I thought electrical threats would be like your power outage and stuff like that. No, this is more or less talking about the things that happen through the system from either outsider or whatever. This is your viruses, your hacker attacks, your phishing, other malicious types of attacks. Having an uninterrupted power supply will help with that. Firewall protection, anti-malware. And I'm really surprised that this what I'm about to say is not on the list here. Training should be number one, defense against some of these kind of things. Train your people how to recognize phishing attacks and all these other things, right? So, and this is serious business here. People make a lot of money being sleazy and trying to take money from other people who worked hard for it, companies that worked hard for it, take their money, ransom their software, and it's just crazy what people try to do. But training your folks is very important, and it's constant. I've been here at Cape Fear, I don't know, 3 years now. And since I've been here, I've been involved in four annual trainings on the topic. And it's funny because having been in the military and other organizations, the yearly training stuff that you get used to, and you know that it's going to be the same thing you had last year. It's just a refresher. You might have one or two new slides, but that's it. Every single time I've received cybersecurity training here at Cape Fear, it's been completely different. And not only completely different to make it more exciting, completely different because the attacks are different, the threats are different, the environment of security is completely different. What worked last year may not work now. So you can't just be the person that trains on it once and 10 years ago and feel like you're up to date with this stuff because it's ever changing. So training is very important. So now we're going to talk about, what are we talking about? Operational threats. This one's a little different. This is stuff that while we're working, the mistakes that we make or the things that we do, the bad procedures that we do can do a couple things. The big one here is data entry errors, and that can be just corrupting the data that we're trying to bring back, but also bad data or bad entry or bad procedures can create problems, can create glitches in the system where the system doesn't work. It doesn't know what it's doing because the wrong data was put in there or the wrong thing. So training your folks is very important, right? And making sure that the only people who have access to the systems or certain systems are the ones that need to. All right. That is hugely important. Allowing somebody to just sit on a computer and to do, some basic function on the computer, making a Word document or something, which is, all necessary stuff. But having that same computer have links to some of these vital systems, that's not a good thing. Protect your systems with passwords, biometric identifications. And the biggest thing is just establish the procedures and the common sense procedures, SOPs, standing operated procedures, that the people that need access to these things have it, and the people that don't need it don't have it. And like I said, this could be creating big problems when we have a big PMS or POS, and especially all the interactions we have with the different add-ons. If somebody goes in there and doesn't know what they're doing and start click, 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 click. I mean, people my age, when the computer doesn't work, we just keep on clicking, right? That's not good. That can cause a lot of problems. All right. So training people that have to use the systems, they know how to use the systems. And then even this simple stuff like the shared files and things like that. Folks all the time, my age and older or whatever, will go into the computer and they're moving along and it's like, what the heck did I just do? Right? See, I've grown a little bit because 20 years ago, I would say, what the heck did the computer just do? Or what just happened? What did the computer do? Now I know that if my screen goes weird, it's usually my fault, right? I'm not as inept as I'm alluding to, but sometimes things happen. And you're like, I've never been in this program. What's going on? This system is new to me. I clicked the wrong button. Don't ignore it. Don't have your people ignore it. Make sure that they know who to call if they have a problem, and have a approachable IT section, not one that puts people on hold for 20 minutes. When you finally get through, they say reboot it, and hang up, and then you got to go through the and this has happened to me a lot. All right, so having help that's going to assist people and keep people from trying to figure things out yourself, because someone who doesn't know a system trying to figure out that system is going to break that system. Okay, so training, have help available. Uh, Put these plans in writing and make sure that everybody knows what they're doing. All right. So again, there's a lot more to this chapter. These are the things that I kind of interested in. A lot of the stuff in this is more on the IT section, more on the big picture stuff. So I wanted to bring this down to the user kind of level. So that's what I talked about. All right. So I hope that is good, and I will see you guys later. Where am I?